Hi, I'm Tracy Ferguson. Inclusive leadership in business is here to stay. It's fostering employee engagement, fueling innovation, and driving business results. I'm joined by Laura Fuentes, Executive Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer at Hilton, and DJ Casto, Executive Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer at Synchrony, to talk about the importance of this emerging leadership style. For all leaders are great at inspiring everyone on the team to contribute and realize their potential. Laura, let's start first with you. What does it mean to be an inclusive for all leader?
A for all leader will think of not only, the senior executives at a company, but everyone from frontline employees or team members, every level, every geography, every background, every age, every gender, right? So really thinking about your workforce as a whole and making sure that you have a compelling value proposition and that as a leader, you're listening to and taking care of the entire workforce. I like to think that a for all leader is also looking at every part of a human's experience at work. And that's why at Hilton, we've really focused on not just creating a compelling work experience, but creating the most human experience at work.
DJ, what are some of your best practices for managers who want to implement this leadership style?
At Synchrony, we've been focused on a couple things. One is this shift from managing to coaching, and the importance as a leader to invest in giving individuals the capabilities to be able to effectively coach their employees, particularly in this new hybrid world that we're all kind of navigating and leading in today. We're not asking our leaders to show up and know everything every day for the diverse workforce in which they lead, but we do want to give them outlets to coaches to help them navigate and support their employees appropriately. The second thing we've switched to is we've sunsetted the old kind of annual performance appraisal process, and we've pivoted to a more agile methodology where we ask leaders to coach their direct teammates on a quarterly basis, more frequent touch points. And those conversations should be focused not only around their goals and objectives, which are really important. How do you drive outcomes in the business to ensure that we're meeting our partners and consumers' needs, but also around how they can be supported to navigate the complexities that they have at home.
Let's go a little bit deeper into that, DJ. You've prioritized inclusive leadership practices by engaging to Leaders First, a training program. Why do you think it's important for senior management to model these best practices first?
Our CEO was very clear on these expectations that he expects of all of our leaders, focusing on candid and caring leadership. And so we've brought our leaders together to have these sessions. They're called impact sessions. It's how do you drive peak performance in the business through impactful connections with your employees. We went all in on a new way of working, providing all our employees flexibility and choice. And with that, it's changed the game with regards to how leaders have to lead.
Laura, a similar question for you. How did you help managers at Hilton understand what goes into inclusive leadership?
We have, for our corporate strategy, our first pillar is lead with culture. And we lead that with a promise to our team members to create the best, most inclusive home away from home for them. So that sort of sets the tone globally for nearly 450,000 team members around the world around our commitment to them. So I talked about the way that we want to create a whole human experience at work focused on inclusion, wellness, growth, and purpose. So our HR strategy actually launches products and programs under each of those pillars to make sure that every part of our team members' lives at work, and as DJ mentioned, also outside of work, because that can deeply influence, how distracted they are, how taken care of they feel, their ability to do their best work, and also, just be as healthy and sort of fulfilled as they can be as humans. Once we launch the programs, they understand our strategy, we reinforce sort of the outcomes with data and statistics. We have numerous surveys, including Great Place to Work, but also our own internal surveys and focus groups and other ways to collect information across our workforce to then know, look, do these team members all feel equally supported?
Can you get specific on how you used feedback from your employee resource groups to help management lead with an inclusive mindset?
Our team member resource groups have been a huge source of feedback and insight for our leaders. And when we first set them up 10 plus years ago, they were really more oriented, I would say, towards celebration of different cultures and perspectives. And that's still a really important part of their mission because, as I said, we're super multicultural, very, very diverse. But we now have also expanded their mission, if you will, and their goal to also focus, of course, on talent retention and development and recruitment, and then on business insights and helping us innovate and advance our strategy and better serve our guests because we'll leverage, these team member resource groups, their expertise, their experience, their background to better understand our guests as well. So they've been an incredible, and powerful source and, super compelling both for our business and for team members to get involved with. We see really high promotion rates come out of these team member resource groups because we tend to find they attract people who are go-getters and curious and thinking about every aspect of our work and business and culture as well. We like to say at Hilton, given our footprint and, the size and scale that we operate with, that we're diverse by nature because of just the many different backgrounds that compose our workforce, but we need to be inclusive by choice. And that choice is really brought to life by our team member resource groups as sort of advocates and ambassadors of the work.
Great Place to Work data tells us that companies that include all employees in the innovation process tend to generate better ideas and report higher financial growth. DJ, how does Synchrony encourage all employees to work together, innovate, and solve business challenges?
One is we champion innovation from anywhere. And so we have a variety of different forums. It could be in our contact centers where one of our associates is handling that day-to-day customer experience and have a new idea or solution to make the customer experience better. Leadership programs like our business leadership program, where we have individuals that are coming off campus and are fueling our pipeline, for the future. Each of those are encouraged that when they see ideas to make the customer experience better, they need to elevate that and champion it. So some of the best ideas that we've been able to launch to fuel their peak performance, we'll take benefits for an example. Before we would have just informed them of a change. Now, using kind of agile methodology, we'll launch kind of a minimal viable product in the organization and actively listen to our employees to make it incrementally better.
And to you, Laura, how do leaders at Hilton promote collaboration and innovative thinking across all teams?
We see innovation and expect it to happen at every level of the organization. We have surveys, we have leadership development programs that bring together people from different parts of the business and different regions, and we intentionally make them work on specific business problems so that they get to know one another and solve issues that matter to us. So we actually source the problems they work on from our hotels, from our strategy team, and embed those into the flow of work. We, of course, try to share the stories that we celebrate of our purpose, our innovation, our breakthrough ideas across our org as well, so that folks understand that, no one is ever too far removed or too junior or, never is an idea too irrelevant because it can make just the difference, right, for our guests.
I think it's clear from what you're saying that companies that embed this type of management style into their cultures are bound to see happier and more engaged employees who want to help see the business succeed. Thanks again so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Great to see you, DJ.